In 1987, a woman named Claire inherited an antique mirror from her grandmother's estate. The mirror was beautiful, ornate gold trim, an eerie sheen that seemed to shift in the light. But from the moment she brought it into her apartment, strange things began happening. Claire would wake up at night to find the mirror fogged over, as if someone had been breathing on it. Her cat refused to go near it, hissing at an unseen presence. Then she started seeing things, figures in the reflection, standing behind her. At first, she dismissed them as tricks of the eye, but soon they became impossible to ignore. One night, she saw a woman in a Victorian dress standing in the mirror, her face obscured by shadows. Claire spun around, but there was no one there. When she turned back, the woman was grinning, her eyes hollow and dark. Time, .5. Terrified, Claire covered the mirror with a sheet. That night, she had the worst nightmare of her life. She was trapped in the mirror, banging on the glass while something laughed on the other side. She woke up drenched in sweat, the sheet ripped away from the mirror. Desperate, she did research and discovered the mirror had belonged to a woman who had been murdered in the early 1900s. The murderer had never been caught. Over the years, every owner of the mirror had reported disturbing events. Whispers in the night, shadows that moved on their own, and the same woman appearing in the glass. Determined to rid herself of the cursed object, Claire contacted a local historian who advised her to get rid of it properly by burying it far from her home. That night, she drove deep into the woods and buried it beneath a heavy stone. For a while, the disturbances stopped, but a week later, she woke up in the middle of the night, feeling watched. Slowly, she turned toward the corner of her room, where the mirror used to stand, and in the darkness, she saw it again, a faint reflection, grinning.